Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Los Angeles Lakers will play against the Milwaukee Bucks today and want to get another win to extend their record, which is currently 9-4. The Lakers' goal is to be champions this season, and the team has been playing very well. But NBA analysts say this team isn't a playoff team, and others say it's not championship winning. Logically, it needs updates and improvements in its rotation, and signing 3 good players in the next free agency will solve this, and the Lakers have several players who can be traded. The priority is a 3-point shooting guard, a defensive wing, and a big center, all of them of good quality to rotate with the starting 5. The Lakers are a playoff team, and with some improvements, they could be champions this year, due to their strong offensive trio of LeBron, Doncic, and Reeves. While many Los Angeles Lakers fans are excited about the very good start the team has had to begin the 2025-26 NBA season, one notable insider believes they are still far from being a serious title contender this year. Heading into this season, there was hope the Lakers could take a big leap forward. They had a full training camp with young superstar Luka Doncic, and it was year 2 for head coach JJ Redick. After finishing with a 50-32 record last season, that was a good reason for real optimism. However, when it was revealed that LeBron James would be sidelined for at least the first month as he deals with sciatica issues, there was concern that LA could have a bumpy start. Well, that hasn't been the case at all, and the Lakers have played very well, going 9-4 over their first 15 games. Scoring big wins over the Minnesota Timberwolves, twice, and the San Antonio Spurs. A major reason is some outstanding play from Doncic, as he makes an early case for NBA MVP candidacy. And a fantastic first 15 games from Austin Reeves as he pushes to be a starter in this year's All-Star game. The team's play has created a conversation among Lakers fans that once James comes back, LA could evolve into a serious threat to the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Los Angeles Lakers still far from being a title contender? However, the Athletic NBA insider Zach Harper is not a believer just yet in the Lakers' chances of making a deep playoff run in the spring, fully healthy. We knew Luka was elite, so his play hasn't changed anything. Austin Reeves is definitely taking a leap. That was expected in a contract year, but maybe not to this degree, he said when asked if his outlook on the team has changed over the first few weeks. I'm impressed. But in a playoff scenario, they still don't have enough defense or size. LeBron coming back at 41 years old with sciatica isn't fixing either of those issues, he added. It's a really good regular season team, though. While the perspective will annoy LA fans, the team still has some good trade assets available if they feel they are close and need to make deals before the trade deadline to address their size and defensive issues. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves combine for incredible offensive explosion versus Pelicans. The Los Angeles Lakers improved to 9-4 on the season, and 2-0 in NBA Cup play following their 118-104 win against the New Orleans Pelicans on Friday. In the Lakers' win, Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves continued to lay their claim to being the best duo in the NBA as both players combined for 55 points in the penultimate game of the team's current road trip. Austin Reeves led the way for the Lakers with a team-high 31 points, while Luka Doncic dropped 24 points against the Pelicans. Reeves also added 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal and 1 blocked shot in a little over 38 minutes. Doncic added 7 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals and 1 blocked shot in a little over 40 minutes of play. The Lakers have been without LeBron James to start the season as he recovers from a nerve injury. However, signs point to James nearing a return to the court amid his practicing with the team's G League affiliate in the South Bay Lakers. But in the meantime, Reeves and Doncic have done an admirable job of stepping up and leading the team in James' absence. Both players have dealt with early injury issues as well, and Reeves recently returned to the lineup after suffering a groin injury. In Doncic's case, he had both a finger issue and a leg issue that caused him to miss 5 games. Coming into Friday's game against the Pelicans, Doncic has appeared in 8 games at a little over 36 minutes per game. He's been averaging 34.9 points, 9.1 rebounds, 8.9 assists and 1.8 steals with splits of 47.6% shooting from the field, 30.8% shooting from the three-point line and 77.5% shooting from the free throw line. With Reeves, he has appeared in 9 games at just about 36 minutes per game. He was averaging 28.3 points, 5.1 rebounds, 8.3 assists and 1.4 steals with splits of 47% shooting from the field, 30.3% shooting from the three-point line and 87.6% shooting from the free throw line. It's been a career year so far for Reeves, that's including a career-best 51 points last month. The Lakers have one more game remaining on their road trip on Saturday against the Milwaukee Bucks. They return home next week on Tuesday, November 18th against the Utah Jazz. LeBron James hints that he's closing in on Lakers' season debut. LeBron James might be just about ready. The Lakers star and league's oldest active player fired off a subtle hint on Instagram, posting a photo of his sneaker on the hardwood with an hourglass emoji. For a guy who hasn't played a minute this season because of sciatica on his right side, that's about as close as LeBron gets to saying soon. He's been ramping up all week, including a full contact run with the South Bay Lakers. And at age 40, turning 41 in December, his return is something the Lakers would gladly circle in ink. James has 1 year left on his contract and will hit unrestricted free agency next summer for the first time since 2018. Last season, he still looked like, well, LeBron, with averages of 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 8.2 assists in 70 games, plus another All-NBA nod and a 6th-place finish in MVP voting. The Lakers haven't exactly fallen apart without him. They're 9-4 behind Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, but everyone knows what this version of LA is supposed to look like. Namely, Luka as the engine, LeBron as the closer, and the rest filling in the blanks. Since arriving in 2018, James has averaged 26.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 8.1 assists across 419 games, delivered a 2020 championship, and added a mountain of milestones to an already absurd resume. Our-time MVP, 4-time champion, first player ever with 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. The list just keeps growing. Now the only question is when the hourglass runs out. Dwayne Wade doesn't believe the Lakers are better without LeBron James. With a 9-4 record through the first 13 games of the season, the Los Angeles Lakers have survived the hit suffered from LeBron James' absence so far. As such, many have wondered how the team will mesh once James returns. Some have speculated he should come off the bench, and others question his fit with the roster, and think the Lakers should explore trades for the 40-year-old. Dwayne Wade, James' former teammate in Miami from 2011 to 14, and again in Cleveland during the 2017-18 season, recently spoke of the Lakers' hot start, and what James' arrival could bring to that. This style of play they are playing without LeBron excites everybody, because it's the future, Wade said. But, you are not better without him. Wade elaborated further on his point, saying that James' absence from the court has allowed Luka Doncic to take on lead ball handling duties, and the results have yielded some of the best of Doncic's career up to this point. It allowed for Luka to run the show. Obviously he's been brought in as the future of the Lakers. It allowed us to see Dallas Luka again, but also to see his evolution and his growth, Wade said. I really love what the Lakers are doing, shout out to JJ and the coaching staff. It's really good to see the adjustments they are willing to make in year 2. Despite playing well without him, the Lakers are hopeful to get James back sooner rather than later as they look to contend for a championship this season. James Worthy says Lakers Luka Doncic Austin Reeves can't provide LeBron James must-have skill. Coming into the season, the Los Angeles Lakers faced a lot of questions about their roster and how everything would come together. Now, 13 games in, the Lakers seem to be doing just fine. Luka Doncic is in win-now mode, and it shows in every game. Doncic being just 26 gives the Lakers a far longer timeline to build a championship contending team, but that doesn't mean they can slow down and take their time. Doncic told Lakers president Rob Pelinka and coach J.J. Redick in May that he's not interested in taking the slow approach in building a contender, CBS Sports' Jasmine Wimbish wrote. While LeBron James is out, Austin Reeves has been stepping up in a big way. With Reeves likely opting out of his contract this summer, he has made it clear he wants to return to LA. I try not to think about it. Honestly. I've said it a million times. I want to be in LA. I love it, Reeves told ESPN. Even though the other extension was turned down, that doesn't mean that I'm trying to go get a gigantic number that don't make sense. I want to be here, I want to win. On Friday, after the Lakers beat the New Orleans Pelicans, James Worthy highlighted what LA is missing from James right now. One thing LeBron brings is that push. Luka, he'll fast break, but he's under control. He's always in second or third gear. LeBron will push it, and that's what they're missing a little bit, is that flow and that pace of putting the pressure on the defense, Worthy said. James knows exactly when to push the ball, and when not to. For now, it seems like everything the Lakers are doing is at a slower pace, and there hasn't been much uptick yet. The season still has a long way to go. James is almost back, so that may change in a couple of weeks. This is the longest absence to start a season in James' career, making it interesting to see how his play style will look when he returns. How worried should Lakers be about LeBron James' sciatica later this year? The Los Angeles Lakers' 21-time All-NBA superstar power forward LeBron James has been out all year with a lingering sciatica injury on his right side and along his lower back. On Wednesday, the 40-year-old participated in his first 5-on-5 workout since being felled by the ailment, per Shams Charania of ESPN. The four-time league MVP is testing out the nerve injury while on assignment with the club's G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, as Los Angeles proper continues to work its way through an ongoing 5-game road trip. Charania reports that James is eyeing a return at some point this month. Without him, the Lakers have gone 8-4 on the young season. Beyond being run out of the gym in 2 blowout losses to the Oklahoma City Thunder and Atlanta Hawks during this road trip, LA already has looked like one of the best teams in the Western Conference. More news: Lakers announce historic Luka Doncic news following win over Spurs. So how concerned should the Lakers be about James suffering a re-injury when he's finally reactivated for actual games? Avoid last-minute stress. Browse massive markdowns on bestsellers and treat yourself and your loved ones for less. Shop deals now. To dig into this, Newsweek consulted with Dr. Todd Albert, MD, the Surgeon-in-Chief Emeritus at Hospital for Special Surgery in New York and a professor of orthopedic surgery at Weill Cornell Medical College. For James, who's already accomplished pretty much everything possible in a first-ballot Hall of Fame career that numbers among the best ever, there is one big, selfish reason for him to return sooner rather than later. The four-time champ would no doubt be happy to make his record-extending 22nd consecutive All-NBA team this spring. New league rules mandate that players suit up for at least 65 games a year to qualify. After the road trip, Los Angeles will have just 68 contests left in the 2025-26 season. Given James' age and mileage, it's highly unlikely that he'd be able to successfully suit up for all those bouts even if he does manage to avoid any further sciatica issues. More news: Lakers receive encouraging LeBron James injury update as return nears. The reason you don't get back faster is more. I think abundance of caution a little bit, because, let's say he had surgery, and you did surgery and you went in with a little tube and took the disc out. You could get back in a month, Dr. Albert said. But it's more about the risk of re-herniating it, meaning having it as a recurrent problem, and for somebody who has the problem, they could get back quicker. But if every time they go and start to try and crank up their activities, if they keep getting pain, you have to keep putting them down. For now, James has cleared the first bar. He has had a successful 5-on-5 workout without incurring further pain, per Charania. Can he keep this up? There's nothing magical about the amount of time you say that he's going to be out, because the truth of the matter is he could come back in a month, and in a month and 1 day, re-injure himself, Dr. Albert noted. No one knows exactly what his sciatica entails. It could be ranging from only pain to weakness in his foot, where he'll have a risk if he comes back of twisting his ankle and getting hurt. So his nerves control the muscles around the ankle and the foot and or the thigh muscles or calf muscles. So if those are weak, it's not like, if the motor's turned off to him, you can rehabilitate him all you want, they may not get strong. And so you've got to find ways around that if he's gonna try to come back and play either with the pain or if the pain's subsided but he's still weak. So there's all these little elements of the return. With James unavailable, All-NBA first-teamer Luka Doncic and rising star Austin Reeves have shouldered more of the offensive burden. DeAndre Ayton fires back at Shaq criticism with rare Lakers stat line. The Los Angeles Lakers landed a strong performance from their veteran center DeAndre Ayton on Friday night. His showing comes after he landed some critical notes from the NBA legend, Shaquille O'Neal. Ironically, Ayton became the first Lakers player to score at least 20 points and come down with at least 15 rebounds, while making 90% of his field goals since Shaq. Against the New Orleans Pelicans, Ayton checked in for 36 minutes. During that time, he made all but one of his 11 shots from the field. Ayton dropped 20 points, racked up 16 rebounds, and had 2 steals. He was a plus 35 on the court for the Lakers, who cruised past the struggling Pelicans on Friday. What did Shaq say about Ayton? O'Neal has never been one to shy away from speaking his mind on current players, especially those who play the same position that he did. Recently, Ayton caught criticism from Shaq, who called out the big man's value right now. 6 points is not enough for me, O'Neal said of Ayton's performance against the Oklahoma City Thunder. He needs to learn how, especially when the play breaks down, to make opportunities for himself. Because 2 things happen. When you duck in, you even get the ball and get you fouled to go to the line, or you get fouled and put your team in a penalty and stuff like that. He needs to pull it a little bit. Before the Lakers took on the Pelicans, Ayton struggled in a 121-92 beatdown against OKC. In that matchup, Ayton scored just 6 points and came down with only 5 rebounds. He clearly bounced back and made up for it in NBA Cup action, where the Lakers defeated the Pelicans 118-104. Leading up to Friday's action, Ayton has appeared in 11 games for the Lakers. This year, he has averaged 15.5 points on 67% shooting from the field and has come down with 7.5 rebounds per game. The Lakers have a quick turnaround, as they are set to take on the Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday night. Player grades, Lakers vs. Pelicans. Grading every Lakers player's performance from the team's 118-104 win over the Pelicans. That game could have been a lot easier. The Lakers were up by as much as 22 against the Pelicans, but LA allowed New Orleans to go on a 12-0 run from the end of the third quarter to the start of the fourth. This forced head coach J.J. Redick to call a timeout and bring his starters back onto the floor. It would have been nice if the key players could have gotten rest since LA has another game on Saturday, but the reserves couldn't take care of business. However, they did earn the victory, and that's the most important thing for now. So, let's dive into the win. As always, grades are based on expectations for each player. A B grade represents the average performance for that player. Luka Doncic. 40 minutes, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 1 foul, 6-16 FG, 3-8 3-points, 9-13 feet, plus 30. The Lakers probably don't win without Luka. The Pelicans were focused on blitzing him and getting the ball out of his hands. Doncic read the game well, distributed the ball effectively, and trusted his teammates to score. He ended the game with 12 assists and eventually found his shot as time progressed. The only negative was his poor free throw shooting. Minus that, though, the Lakers are lucky to have Luka. Grade, B+. Join the conversation. Sign up for a user account and get Austin Reeves. 39 minutes, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 3 fouls, 9-16 FG, 2-6 3-points, 11-13 feet, plus 16. Reeves played great against the Pelicans. He was able to get to the paint with ease, score inside and hit his free throws. In the fourth quarter, when the game got wacky, he stepped up, scoring 12 points to secure the result for Los Angeles. Grade, A+. DeAndre Ayton. 36 minutes, 20 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls, 10-11 FG, plus 35. Ayton had his best game of the season against the Pelicans. He destroyed them inside, going 10-11 from the field and was a monster on the glass. There really is not much more one can ask of Ayton. He was superb in this win. Grade, A+. Rui Hachimura. 35 minutes, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 6-10 FG, 2-5 3-points, plus 30. Hachimura is becoming one of the most dependable players on this roster. At this point, you can bank on him shooting 50% from the field and around 40% from three-point range every night. He did even better than that in New Orleans and even grabbed a handful of rebounds. Grade, B+. Marcus Smart. 34 minutes, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 4 fouls, 6-15 FG, 1-10 3-points, plus 7. Smart was horrendous offensively. He kept on shooting and never found a groove. He was still a positive on defense, but he has to stop thinking these looks are the best shots the Lakers can find on the floor. Grade, C. Jake LaRavia. 22 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 1 foul, 3-4 FG, plus 4. LaRavia has been struggling on offense for a while now, just like the entire Lakers bench has. He's also way too slow on defense. Jose Alvarado was running circles around him, and I shudder to think what's going to happen against even better perimeter players as the season progresses. LaRavia did have some nice fast break points, but he can't be this bad if he's playing 20-plus minutes. Grade, C. Dalton Connect. 10 minutes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 fouls, 2-5 FG, 1-3 3-points, minus 12. Connect is finding his shot again, which is good, but he's still not being effective in other ways. He has to be a better rebounder and defender if he wants to stay in the rotation. Grade, C. Jackson Hayes. 12 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1-3 FG, minus 21. Friday was a cardio workout for Hayes. He didn't do much during his 12 minutes on the floor. Which is a shame since, on paper, he had a size advantage over the Pelicans' bigs. Grade, D. Jared Vanderbilt. 11 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 foul, 1-4 FG, 1-2 3-points, minus 19. Add Vondo to the list of Lakers reserves who played poorly. He couldn't score, minus his three-pointer, and wasn't very effective defensively except for a pair of steals. He might just remain a great defender who can only play 2 shifts at maximum due to his limited offense. Grade, C. J.J. Redick. Redick won his challenges and called a good timeout in the fourth when things started to get out of control. While it would have been ideal to rest his starters, he left them in for the end of the game, which secured the result. Thanks to his coaching, the Lakers never fully lost control of this game. Grade, B.